Okay, my personal mission statement. My mission is to leave a legacy. Gue pengen hidup ninggalin cerita yang benar-benar bermakna. My ambition is to be an inspiration. Aku hidup karena aku pengen jadi inspirasi. My passion is to sincere desire to be a servant to other. Aku tulus banget, hidup aku ini aku pengen melayani orang lain. My mission is to have a positive impact directly and indirectly in 10,000 lives each year.
100,000.
Aku pengen hidup 100,000. Aku pengen hidup setiap tahun, aku mau impact 100.000 orang dari hidup aku. Impact positif ya, buat orang-orang yang suka di luar sana, bukan di LKG. Impactnya negatif, mungkin hari ini terinspirasi oleh Stuart untuk merubahnya menjadi impact positif. Kemudian, my life purpose is to add value to lives of others and making a difference. Aku bertahan hidup karena aku punya nilai-nilai bahwa hidup aku harus menjadi berkat dan dampak buat orang lain. Wow.
Wow.
Jadi bukan Mercy, it's not Mercedes-Benz. It's not Mercedes-Benz that sustain your life.
No.
Ya, tapi dia pakai Jaguar. You ride Jaguar, right?
Now I drive a BMW.
Oh, okay, sama aja. Okay, Stuart. Now the time is on your hand. Then you can give us your presentation. Tepuk tangan buat Stuart.
Okay, hi everyone. Okay, so you have gotten some of my introduction. Okay, I've been spotlighted. Okay. Yes, so today what I'm going to talk to you about is this thing called the gift of empathy. So can everyone see?
Yes.
Okay, is there a black box there? Is there a box at the side? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. What I'm going to do now is this. Okay, so today I'm not here to inspire you or anything. I'm just going to give you, like what Astra asked me to do, I'm going to give you an idea for you to think about how are you going to engage your clients, your friends, and your prospects. Okay, it's called gift of empathy. So empathy in Malay is also called empathy, I think, right? It's from the heart to the heart. So I'm going to start. If you have any questions, please make some noise to stop me because I'm speaking in English. So there's no translation today. Okay. Yeah. So empathy is our ability to understand and share another person's feeling. So how would you feel? How would you like if you are talking to someone and that person really make you feel understood? How do you feel? So if you feel good about it, why not have this good feeling to others? I call it a gift of empathy because, and how to show empathy is to pay special attention to the other person's feelings by putting ourselves into their shoes to understand where they are coming from. I'm going to stop share here a little bit. Will someone be able to move your camera to show the audience so that I can see who am I speaking with?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So now Yes.
Okay. Hi, Mrs. Stuart.
Yes, good.
Hi,
Okay.
everybody say hi to Mrs. Stuart. Hi.
Hi. So now, a lot of times we hear that we need to empathize with people. For the MC, if you can, you just give them some simple translation so they understand what I'm talking about. Okay. So about empathy,
Okay.
allowing that
But
person.
actually, we can understand. You speak slow, so we can follow
Okay,
you.
can. Okay, so why is it a gift? Why is it called a gift of empathy? Why is it that when we allow ourselves to, when we put ourselves in other people's shoes, most of us would like to do that. However, not all of us can achieve empathy. Why? Let me give you one very simple thing that people make mistake on when it comes to empathy. We hear it, right? Putting ourselves in other people's shoes to understand them. However, my question to you, have you taken off your shoes first? You see, most of us have all of our thoughts, our feelings, we bring it into the conversation. We also would like to be understood.
Oke, ketika kita mengadakan percakapan dengan orang lain, sebenarnya semua kita selalu pengen di ngertiin kan?
That's why a lot of times our clients doesn't feel that we understand them very much.
Dan sayangnya, tahu nggak sih, sering banget loh klien itu ngerasain kita tuh nggak ngertiin dia.
So why is it a gift? Because it empowers the other person to feel understood, comfortable, trusted, important, and respected.
Jadi kita tuh jadikanlah empati itu hadiah kita buat klien, buat tim, buat orang-orang yang komunikasi sama kita, mereka tuh ngerasa di ngertiin, nyaman, dipercaya, penting, dan dihormati.
Yes, so the positive emotions from empathy, when someone gives you empathy and listen empathetically to you, how would you feel? Loved, accepted, noticed, cared for, and recognized.
Jadi kalau orang tuh dapetin hadiah empati dari kita, yang dia rasa tuh adalah lo tuh sayang sama dia tuh diterima, terus dia tuh kayak, oh lo ada ya, lo hadir ya gitu, terus dipeduliin dan dihargai, itulah empati.
So now I'm going to move into a technical part of it so that you can understand the 3 V's of communication. First is the 7-38-55 rule of communication. Does anyone know what is this?
No.
No, nobody knows. Okay.
No, not yet.
Okay, so 7% is verbal. It's the message itself and the words, how we talk, our expression, the language, like now is in English. 38% is vocal, which is the sound of our voice, our tone, our projection, our volume. Is it loud? Is it soft? Like me, I speak very slowly, so my vocal is slow. Then 55% is visual, or the vibes that you send it out. So what people see and feel about you. So this is your body language and how you make people feel.
Buat teman-teman yang kepengen ngerti caranya kita tuh bisa berempati sama orang nih, ternyata ada hukumnya. Namanya hukum 73855 dalam komunikasi. For your info ya, komunikasi itu masalah besar dalam tim dan rumah tangga juga. Dalam orang tua juga iya kan. Jadi ini hukumnya nih, 7% ternyata kata-kata yang kita sampein. Jadi I love you, tapi cuma 7% itu. 38 itu vokal, I love you. I love you. Itu beda ya teman-teman. Jadi 38% itu ternyata vokal. Jadi nggak boleh cepat ya. 55 itu adalah visual kita, tampilan kita, bahasa tubuh kita. Jadi yang power tuh ternyata apa yang kita lihat gitu.
Okay. So next is how much time do we have? The 7, 13, 3, and 30 rule. What are all these things? Every one of us can I? Okay. Every one of us has only 7 to 13 seconds to impress upon the person who will give us another 3 more minutes. And within these 3 minutes, we will get permission to present another 30 minutes.
Wow, jadi sebenarnya ketika kita membangun impresi di depan klien sama rekrutan sama tim kita ya, berapa banyak sih waktu yang kita punya gitu loh. Yaitu ada role-nya, ada hukumnya 7, 13, 3. 7 menit pertama, 3 menit pertama, dan 30 menit pertama itu akan menentukan orang itu suka nggak sama kita.
So let me ask you, what can you do in 7 to 13 seconds?
Smile.
Smile is one. Let me ask you another question. Everyone here, do you dress up to see your clients?
Ya, cakep nggak lu gitu ternyata ya. Maksudnya mukanya bersih apa enggak gitu loh. Ayo lo.
Let me ask you another question. Has anyone decided to buy from you because you dressed up?
Wow.
Did anyone buy from you because you dressed up? Or, the next question, or did anyone decided not to buy from you because you didn't dress up?
Wow. That's why my clothes is a lot. Now I know why. Okay.
Correct, it's the same. What can you do in 7 seconds? Let me tell you. When you appear in front of someone, your hair, 1 second. Your face, 1 second.
Jadi katanya 7 detik pertama emang bisa bikin apa? Jadi dia lihat muka kita, charming nggak, baju kita, rambut kita. Bukan senyum, tapi penampilan kita tuh 7 detik pertama.
So especially for ladies, some need to put on makeup, some just a little bit of lipstick will do. So please put an extra attention on your appearance because that's the 7 seconds.
Teman-teman, 7 detik pertama, make sure kamu look good.
Yes. Dress up. Show up. And be prepared.
Wow.
Okay.
Pasalnya si Farid closing mulu, baju bagus-bagus sih.
Then you only have 3 minutes. After the person pass, like, okay, you look okay, you sound okay. Next will be the 3 minutes.
Wow.
Right?
Setelah 7 detik, 3 menit berikutnya yang menentukan.
Then the 30 minutes of your presentation.
What we can do in 3 minutes, Stuart?
What can you do in 3 minutes? I'll demonstrate in a while. So this is a photo with thoughts. This is between you and your prospect or anyone that you meet. You see, what will each of them be thinking about? Your prospect will be thinking, what's in it for me? Right? When they decided to meet you, they want to have something in return. So what's in it for me? And what you should be thinking about is what's in it for you. This is a...
Jadi 3 menit berikutnya, tahu gak sih apa yang ada di pikiran klien dan calon rekrut? Gue bisa dapat apa dari kamu? That's why yang ada di otak kita haruslah apa yang saya bisa kasih sama kamu. Jadi kalau sampai kita pikir, how much commission I get from you, that's gonna be wrong, right?
Yeah, so you see the mistake that most agents do is the agents start to think what's in it for me. And then your prospect will start to think what's in it for you.
Wow. Ini salah.
So this is the salah one, right? This is the correct one. You and your prospect, you always think of what's in it for you, for them, for the prospect. If they bought the policy, their family will be taken care of, their retirement will be taken care of, their hospital plans will be taken care of, and so on and so forth. And the prospects, they will start to think of, okay, if I buy this policy, it's good for my family, it's good for my retirement, it's good for just in case I get illnesses, I need to stay in the hospital, or I cannot work anymore, I will have some income. So these are the things that they will think of if only you allow them to. But most of the time, what agents do is, before you meet the client, you start to think, if he signs the policy, I will be MDRT.
Jadi kalau kita ketemu klien terus ngeliat mukanya dia, kita udah nginget gue mau MDRT nih dari dia, itu salah.
Yeah, so the client will always be thinking, you are here to earn my money. You are not here to care for me.
But we are not automatically like this, Stuart, right? This is by training and by discipline. What do you think?
Yes, you see, if you see, successful people are not successful by chance.
Orang sukses tuh bukan sukses karena kebetulan.
It is by choice.
Karena dia bikin keputusan.
And successful people are just willing to do what the not successful people are not willing to do.
Orang sukses melakukan apa yang nggak dilakukan orang gagal.
Yeah, and a lot of people think that successful people are the few chosen ones.
Ada yang mikir orang sukses tuh terpilih. Dia terpilih untuk sukses gitu.
No.
No.
Successful people are those who have chosen.
Dia milih jadi orang sukses.
Some people think, oh, cantik, handsome, sure, successful. Actually, it is a lot of more hard work, perseverance, a lot more into it.
Ya, orang sukses tuh dia kerja keras buat sukses.
I'm going to share with you all a few philosophies about successful sales. The success of a sales presentation lies more on the information we get rather than the information we give. So the clients must be talking, the prospects must be talking more than us.
Teman-teman, kalau mau klien kita merasa kita empati sama dia, sebenarnya yang banyak ngomong mestinya dia, bukan kita.
So that we can get more information.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Jadi kalau prospek kita banyak ngomong itu berarti nggak oke.
Okay, so next, people buy not because they understand, People buy because they felt understood.
Orang beli itu bukan karena ngerti, tapi dia ngerasa di ngertiin sama kita.
People buy for their own reasons, never yours.
Orang beli karena alasan dia dan udah pasti bukan kamu alasannya.
A lot of agents, this is my company's best product, this month promotion, this, and never listen, just talk. Next, when you say it's sales, but when they say it's the truth.
Yes.
Okay, so all this no need translation.
Yeah.
And last, the trick is to ask questions so that they will say it themselves.
Filosofi paling penting itu adalah kemampuan bertanya loh teman-teman. Biar klien jawab.
Okay, so when it comes to all these philosophies, it all brings back to our gift of empathy that we can give to our clients.
Wow.
Okay, so I am going to share with you the next one, which is just a very simple sales idea that I use for my first few MDRTs.
Oke, ini sales idea yang Stuart bagi dan kita mau teman-teman bawa ini sepanjang tahun. Dengerin ceritanya.
This is what I call the napkin presentation. You can do this anywhere when you speak to your clients at McDonald's, KFC, Starbucks. As long as there's a piece of paper, a napkin with a pen, you can start writing.
Bawa pulpen sama kertas tiap hari kalau kita mau prospek presentasi rekrut.
First, you write this statement there. This is our statement of purpose, our mission statement, which is printed at the door of my agency and on the name card of every one of my agents.
Mission statementnya Stuart selalu di print di belakang kartu namanya.
We have 4 competitors: death, old age, disability, and critical illness. Our job, our mission is to get to you before our competitors do.
Ini mission statementnya Stuart yang bawah. Jadi kompetitor saya adalah kematian, tua, cacat, sakit kritis. Dan misi saya adalah menolong orang lain sebelum kompetitor saya nyerang mereka.
Then I will ask my clients, is this okay, the Malay words? How do we spell life insurance? Mr. Prospect, is it okay if I can take a few minutes of your time, 3 minutes of your time, for me to go through how I spell life insurance with you?
Jadi dia selalu mengawali dengan bilang sama kliennya, Pak, boleh nggak saya minta beberapa menit buat saya menceritakan apa sih sebenarnya asuransi jiwa itu?
So first, this is how I spell life insurance. It's spelled as love.
Wow.
Because a life policy is just a tiny yellow piece of paper. Because all of us, after we bought our policies, we put it aside. And by the time we look at it, it is old, it is yellow, right?
Yeah.
And what is more frustrating is that piece of paper has a lot of numbers that I don't understand and a lot of legal phrases to confuse us. It is absolutely useless piece of paper that we need to pay for. Is so angry to pay for this useless piece of paper. Am I right?
Yeah.
But until this piece of paper is baptized with a widow's tears, it will start to come alive. It becomes modern miracle. and Aladdin's lamp. It brings food, clothing, shelter, education, peace of mind, comfort, and undying love and affection to your family.
Jadi Stuart bilang, Pak, banyak loh orang frustasi karena melihat lembaran-lembaran kertas polis yang berisi angka-angka yang dia nggak ngerti. Udah gitu habis dibeli ditaruh di gudang, nggak pernah tahu itu artinya apa. Tambah frustasi lagi Pak, karena bayar terus setiap tahun. Sampai satu hari Pak, kertas-kertas yang udah jadi kuning itu akan menjadi surat cinta yang memberikan makanan buat keluarga kamu. Surat kertas itu akan menjadi tempat perlindungan buat keluarga kamu, menjadi rumah, menjadi uang untuk berobat, bahkan menjadi income pada saat kamu nggak ada lagi.
Mr. Prospect, it is the most sincere love letter you can write to your loved ones.
Pak, polis asuransi itu adalah surat cinta yang paling tulus yang bisa Bapak tulis buat keluarga Bapak.
My job is to help you write this love letter.
Dan tugas aku membantu Bapak nulis surat itu.
It is spelled as dignity because widows should have the dignity to live like wives.
Dan yang kedua, polis-polis ini adalah kehormatan. Seorang istri yang sudah tidak punya suami harus hidup terhormat, Pak. Dan kertas-kertas yang udah kuning itu akan membuat istri Bapak hidup terhormat.
It is spelled as hope. Hope for the child who just lost his or her father through a tragic accident. It is spelled as dreams. Whose dreams? Don't you have dreams for your family? For life insurance, we can tell our children to continue to pursue their dreams with or without daddy around anymore. It is spelled as money because life insurance proceeds always provide a sum of money to place on the table for a predictable event that always have to happen in the most unpredictable timing and manner. It is spelled as pride. What's the difference between an old lady and an old woman? You know, an old lady is someone who has planned for her retirement.
Wow.
And at some ripe old age, she can still purchase a pair of shoes or a bag to make herself feel happy. But when you notice on a Saturday or a Sunday morning, when you bring your children to McDonald's for breakfast, there's an old woman there who will hold the door and say, "Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am." Losing all her pride at 75 years old, close the door and continue cleaning the door and windows. It is spelled as aspirations. Aspirations for the young, aspirations for our future, because we know that financial planning will always form the cornerstone for all our future decisions. It is spelled as lifestyle, a lifestyle that we painstakingly built for our family. And you know that you don't want it to be taken away by a stroke or a death. Because of life insurance, you will always be part of a solution and never part of a problem. What we sell is called peace of mind, and what we can provide in our service is our time and our knowledge. And lastly, it is spelled as a promise. Because in life, you can sign on 2 contracts of promises. The first contract of promise that you sign at your marriage. For those who just got married, you will remember this. For riches and poor, for illness and health, right? I promise to take care of you for the rest of my life. And you say, I do. And here I am, Mr. Prospect. I'm here to offer you a second contract that when you sign on it, you promise your loved ones that you're going to take care of them for the rest of their lives, not just yours. So here I am, presented a 3 to 5 minutes sales presentation.
Jadi inilah 3 menit yang Stuart sampaikan ke klien waktu dia mau presentasi dan juga probably untuk merekrut. Itulah artinya asuransi, teman-teman. Tadi ada satu cerita yang menarik, dia bilang ada apa perbedaan antara old lady and old woman. Old woman adalah nenek-nenek yang harus ngebersihin kaca di McDonald tanpa harga diri, nggak ada lagi pride-nya. Dia harus kayak gitu umur 70. Sedangkan old lady adalah nenek-nenek yang cantik datang bawa anak-anak cucunya sarapan ke McDonald pagi itu. Dan nenek-nenek yang cantik, old lady itu bukan ada di situ tanpa perencanaan. Dia ada di situ karena ada kontrak-kontrak asuransi yang dia tanda tangani untuk membuat dia hidup terhormat di usia tua. And that's your job, teman-teman.
Okay, so I'm going to end this presentation with a simple video. I apologize, it's in Chinese. For those who can read the English subtitle, please do. But I can assure you, even if you don't understand a single word, you will understand this video. Is there music? Was there music?
Yes.
Okay.
不错，来，爸爸也做一个，一模一样。爸爸以前当过第一批的新兵，以后就到你了。
OK。1、2、1、2、1、2、1、2、1、2。爸，为什么他们一直看着我？
为我们的儿子。
很好。
行啊，今晚吃团圆饭啊，记得早点回来。哎，记得啊。
哦，知道知道，爸。
倒水给你喝。
哎，哥，谢谢你供我读书，你收下。
不用啦，我们两兄弟不计较这些。
哎，谁回来了？哇，你今天这样 handsome， 你去拍拖啊
handsome， 这种脸你也敢说 handsome？ 用这种脸跟我爸爸一。
真不可以知道的。哦，没事没事。哦，
我的关怀方式是你无法察觉的悲凉，只能在你不经意时才说上我心房。你往常的亲切友善， 是我今生的遗憾。受伤后无悔的埋在不流露的脸上。我的关怀方式是你无法察觉的悲凉，只能在你不经意时才锁上我心房。你往常的亲切友善，是我今生的遗憾。受伤后无悔的埋在不流露。
Okay. Please do remember the promises that you have given to your families, to your loved ones. A promise made is a promise kept. And don't ever forget the sacrifices that our family members has taken to make our lives better. Thank you very much for your attention. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you.
Teman-teman, berjanjilah untuk menjadi yang terbaik dari dirimu dan berikanlah yang terbaik buat keluargamu. Terima kasih.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Stuart. Have a nice day. Thank you. This is very powerful message and so inspiring. Thank you so much for your time, sir. See you again and have a nice day, sir. Thank you.
Kok aku terharu ya? Ya video tadi.
Berkaca-kaca
Ya.
loh.
Ternyata
bye-bye.
Yang nggak bisa kita lihat ya.
No more questions for me, right?
Oh, ada.
Oh, oke. Apa ada yang mau bertanya?
Ada pertanyaan, Bapak Ibu?
Ada pertanyaan, Bapak Ibu? Oke, nanti ditransfer sama Kak Esra.
Ada Kakak Esra.
Oke.
Tadi kan katanya udah 27 kali operasi ya. 26 atau 27?
26.
Ya, saya baru 7 kali sih operasi. Iya, saya baru 7 kali operasi. Jadi saya kadang-kadang ngerasa udah capek gitu. Tapi hebat dapat 27 kali operasi tapi masih punya power untuk jalanin bahwa hidup ini masih bisa dilakukan lebih baik lagi, bisa lebih baik lagi. Apa kuncinya gitu? Thank you.
Actually, Asiana questions you've been answered before. She asked what is the key to be a stronger person like you after 26 surgery, but you wake up stronger. Asiana tadi jawabannya adalah di mission dia yang tadi kakak baca. Stuart every day wake up, he want to be an inspiration and he want to bless 100,000 people every year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yang lain lagi ada nggak pertanyaannya, Aji?
The purpose of life is to live a life of purpose.
Hidupinlah hidupmu menjadi hidup yang punya tujuan.
Okay, if there's nothing else, bye for now.
I have one more question.
Okay.
Stuart, bukan. Yeah. Hi, sir.
Hi.
Yeah. How do you deal with objections, sir?
How do I deal with objections? If I tell you that I don't have much objections to deal with, do you believe?
I don't think I believe in that, sir.
Okay. First, because we listen very carefully, we listen to understand. We don't listen to reply. So when you do that, when you listen to understand and not just to reply, the person listening to you will naturally feel understood, like what I said just now, love, understood, noticed, and then it will not be an objection, but rather just a question, like how much do I have to pay for this benefit? How long do I have to pay? And things like that. Objections are good. We must welcome them. And we must accept them and then listen carefully to them. And when you listen to understand, it is a very natural process. It's a natural conversation we have with your clients, and they will just go ahead with your whatever you have presented. The issue is not everyone likes your style. So this goes out to every single one of you, especially the new ones, okay? Listen to this statement very carefully. Nobody can sell to everybody, but anybody can sell to somebody. Your job is to find your somebody. Your somebody who is somebody who will appreciate you. But sometimes you have to go through hundreds, maybe thousands of them to find your somebody. So just keep going, just keep going.
Wow. Jadi Aji, tadi jawaban Stuart, sebenarnya dalam penjualan itu nggak terlalu banyak sih harusnya objection yang kita hadapi. Kalau kita bisa ngedengerin klien itu banyak dan memahami mereka, nantinya hanya question yang banyak. Question itu artinya pertanyaan, bukan hambatan. Jadi pertanyaannya paling cuman, oke, bayar berapa kali, saya harus bayar berapa. Itu akan terjadi secara alami ketika kita mendengar. Jadi kalau kita kurang dengar, jadinya yang muncul adalah hambatan, bukan pertanyaan. Dan Stuart bilang, jangan putus asa. Kamu nggak akan ada satupun dari kita yang menjual ke semua orang. Hanya ada kita, tapi semua kita bisa menjual kepada seseorang. Dan kadang menemukan seseorang yang menghargai kita itu, kita harus ketemu 100 orang. Tetap aja keep going, keep going, keep going. Sampai kamu ketemu dengan your somebody.
Wow.
Okay, another question from Farid.
Hello, Stuart.
Hi, who am I talking to? I don't know who am I speaking with.
Okay.
Farid is a newcomer in our industry, and in his first year, he completed the COT.
Wow. Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you, Stuart. I want to ask, when we are talking about protection, we are talking about sympathy or empathy. This the first slide from your presentation. I want to ask you, most of my client is rich people. So how to deliver sympathy or empathy to rich people? That's the first question. And the second, when we are talking about selling, we are talking about persuade people. How to good in ice breaking when we presentation to.
Okay, let me answer the first question first. The second question, I didn't get you very much, but the first question, you say a lot of your clients are rich people, right? Farid, are you there? I can't hear you.
Yeah, most of my clients are rich people.
Okay.
So how to deliver sympathy and empathy to rich people?
Have you asked them this question?
Yeah.
I would like to be like you. I would like to be like you. So will you share your story with me?
Okay.
Yeah, how do you become so rich? Right? I want to be rich like you. So how do you become so rich? You see, a lot of rich people, they have stories to tell, but nobody is interested in their struggling stories. How do you become so rich? They will tell you, oh, I start off pushing carts to sell things, or I knock on doors or something. Most people would like to hear I have a Mercedes-Benz, I have a Bentley. They like to hear success stories, but listen to their struggles, because not many people would like to hear that. If you allow them to tell their stories, and if you let them cry in front of you, you will do even much better. Okay, that's one. The second one, I couldn't hear you properly just now. There's no sound. There's no volume.
Mic-nya nggak kedengeran ya?
Now have now.
Yeah.
Terus.
When we talking about selling, we are talking about persuasion. I mean, persuade people to buy life insurance. And
Frustration. You're saying frustration.
persuasion. Persuade. How to persuade?
Oh, persuasion. Persuade people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Kedengeran kok.
I cannot hear.
Sama.
Are you talking? I cannot hear anything.
Yeah, I try to translate his question. Oh, okay. His question, do we need icebreaker to get the trust, to get the attention, and we can persuade our prospects to buy from us in 5 minutes? But actually, Farid, Stuart already answered that questions by explain how he sell life insurance in the first 3 minutes. Jadi 3 menit pertama bagaimana caranya kita persuade dia. It's not the product, it's not the company, but how do you spell life insurance? Itu yang memang bakalan touchy banget. Am I correct, Stuart?
Yes. Don't sell what it is, sell what it does. When it comes to icebreaker, what you need is that 3 minutes icebreaker to allow them to see the benefits of life insurance. For example, Farid, help me imagine that you are going home tonight. No, last night while going home, happily going home with your payday. And suddenly you see dark smoke coming out from the direction of your home. In your heart, you're saying, let's hope it's not my home on fire. But as you get closer, you realize that your home, your house is on fire. So now you can only rush in to pick up one object. And inside the house, the most valuable object you have is a golden goose that lays golden eggs. So will you pick up the goose or will you pick up the eggs?
Kalau suatu hari Stuart kamu pulang ke rumah terus kamu ngelihat dari arah rumah kamu kebakaran, kamu pasti pikir, aduh jangan rumah gua, itu bukan rumah gua. Tapi ternyata kalau itu emang rumah kamu, di rumah kamu cuma bisa ambil satu aja, pilih dari 2. Bebek yang bakalan nelorin emas atau telur emas, kamu pilih yang mana? Karena cuma bisa 1. Teman-teman dengerin, ini sebenarnya jualan asuransi. Kamu akan beli mana?
So the clients, your prospect will say, of course I will pick up the goose.
Yeah.
Right? And then you say, you're absolutely right, Mr. Prospect, because the goose will continue to lay the golden eggs, right? Then say, yes. Well, as I look at your financial planning, I see that you have protected your 1 golden egg, your car, your 1 golden egg, your house, your 1 golden egg, your business, and all the golden eggs are being protected except for the golden goose, who is you, who give birth, who has laid all these golden eggs. So tell me, when are you going to take care of this golden goose?
Wow, nah itu cerita icebreaker yang Stuart kasih. Jadi icebreakernya itu, paham teman-teman, jadi ke klien cerita dulu, jangan ngomong produk. cerita tadi, Pak gimana kalau Bapak pulang ke rumah, tiba-tiba rumah Bapak kebakaran. Terus Bapak cuma boleh milih bebek yang punya telur, yang akan bertelur emas atau telur emasnya. Bapak pilih mana? Dia akan bilang pasti bebek yang nelurin emas. Terus dia bilang, bener banget Pak. Bapak tuh udah banyak telur emasnya. Tuh Mercedes-Benz telur emas, rumah cakep ini telur emas, perusahaan Bapak itu telur emas, jamnya Bapak juga telur emas. Bagaimana dengan bebek yang melahirkan telur emas ini? Bisa nggak kita bicara mengenai hal itu melalui pekerjaan saya? Wow.
Thank you, Stuart.
No problem. I have a question in the chat. Let me read it out to you, Mr.
Oh, ada question di chat, tolong dibuka dong.
Yeah, someone sent it to me. Someone sent it to me. So
They just refer you. They say the ghost.
No. This one is by another one, RM Shirley. So she said that some of my rich friends say that I'm capable to pay for my own medical fees and have legacy in business to inherit. So I don't need health or life insurance, which have some requirement to claim. They prefer credit card with high limits to deal with medical bills. How should I handle it? So Mr. Rich Prospect, since you're talking about medical fees, may I ask you, would you, if you have a choice, would you prefer to have a surgery or just an injection? Which one would you prefer, a surgery or an injection? And 9.5 out of 10 will say injection. The other half never understood my question. So almost 10 out of 10 will say, of course it's injection, why go for the surgery? So then Mr. Rich Prospect, I know you have every single right to say you are rich enough to pay for all your medical fees. But would you, just now like you say, you would like to have the injection rather than the surgery. So let me ask you, would you, if it takes $10 million for the medical fees, would you prefer to use somebody else's money, like the injection, than to use your own money? Which one would you prefer? Your own money is 100%. Using other people's money, like the injection, is just 1 or 2%.
Oke, pertanyaan dari Shirley soalnya Japri, kita nggak lihat, kita skip dulu, nanti kita baca ya. Itu mengenai produk yang seumur hidup apa tem kayaknya ya. Nah sekarang ada pertanyaan lagi nih dari Pak Ivan. Jen abis ini.
Hello Stuart, long time no see.
Who is that?
I'm Ivan, your friend.
Oh, Ivan.
Long time no see. Stuart, I would like to ask you 3 questions, okay? Number 1, what in your 26 years experience, what you like to share, maybe shortly, one of your most tough or memorable cases for your closing, okay? Your cases, okay? Number 2, what you might to share also, the biggest commission you have in one case. Yeah, okay. And number 3, you also as a leader who built team, what do you sell when you recruit? What do you deliver to your candidate to join with you? Thank you very much.
Okay. This is the last one because I have an appointment at 2:30. Okay, so my most memorable, I don't have a most memorable closing. I don't remember that. But in my book, I actually written it down in my chapter 4, I think, or chapter 4. My most memorable claims. Okay, is one. There are many claims, but there's one very memorable one, and that's why whenever there's a chance for me to speak in Indonesia, I will do it. You know, because it's an Indonesian lady. I was holding on to her hand when she passed on. And she wanted to say thank you to me for allowing her to die at home and not at some charitable homes or hospice. So that's the most. There was another one. I attended a wedding. So there's this old lady who was very, very sick. And then when I arrived at the wedding of her son, she was already on a wheelchair for some time. But when I arrived with my wife, right, when she saw me from afar, she stood up from the wheelchair. And she was swollen, her limbs were swollen, the face was very bad. When I saw it, I quickly almost ran to her. I hold on to her hands. And then she was shaking, holding on to my hands. And then she looked around her loved ones, her family members, and she said, "This young man saved my life. This young man saved my life." Because 6 years ago, before that wedding, she contracted cancer. And I'm very proud to say for that 6 years, I've been paying through my company for all her hospital bills. And for whoever here listening, if you have old parents who just passed on, you will understand they are holding on to something. They don't want to go. So this old woman was waiting for the son to get married. So finally he gotten married, saw through the whole wedding, and then 7 days later she passed on. And she told every single one that I saved her life. So I would like to urge all of us here to really do our job well. Okay. So the second question, what's my biggest commission? It was last year. My biggest commission is about US dollar 65,000 US dollars, one case. Okay, so third question. What do I sell them? I actually don't just sell one thing. I sell them 5 things. The 5 C's that you can get from this. These are the 5 C's that people would like to have in their lives. Number 1 is contribution. Number 2 is cash, right? Who doesn't want cash? Or you can say first one is cash, second one is contribution, third one is control, fourth one is gosh, hold on, let me look through again. Today there's suddenly so much things. So number 1 is contribution. Number 2 is compensation or cash. Number 3 is control. Number 4 is character development. Number 5 is compassion. So when I do a presentation to someone with these 5 C's, I will ask them, so out of these 5 C's, which is the C that you will place as the first priority? Some of them will say contribution. Some will say, I would like to have control over my life. Some will say, oh, I love how you describe character development, because I do have I just promoted a director. She joined me 16 years ago because of this word called character. She wanted to have a character development, so she joined me 16 years ago. Now she's a director. So these are the 5 things I talk to my prospective recruits. So they will like one of them, if not all of them. Then you say, if you're working with someone or you're working for someone, would you be able to get all of this? They will say, maybe I can get money. Maybe, then you say, but if you have more money, you have less contribution. And I don't have control. Maybe I'm contributing, I have, my character is good, I have compassion, but I don't have money and I don't have control. And things like that. Okay, so after they go through these 5 and say, if I can offer you all 5, will you take up the challenge? Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, thank you very much. It's very touchy ya, Stuart. Tadi dikatakan bahwa Stuart nggak bilang paling sulit daripada case-nya, tapi dia share klaim yang paling memorable buat dia. Bagaimana seorang nenek-nenek asuransi, kalau nggak salah dia bilang bahkan nenek-nenek itu matinya Stuart ngelihat gitu ya, jadi klaim gitu. Saya sih belum pernah ngelihat nasabah saya meninggal, saya di situ ya, very touchy. Tapi dia bilang nenek itu masuk asuransi dan dia datang ke pernikahan daripada anak wanita tua itu 6 tahun sebelumnya nenek itu kena cancer. Dan tapi karena dia beli polis asuransi sama Stuart, semua biayanya di cover. Dan ada satu permintaan keinginan nenek itu yang belum terpenuhi, yaitu dia mau ngelihat anaknya ini married. Nah, terus ketika dia akhirnya anak tuh married 6 tahun ke depan itu yang Stuart datang tuh dia nenek ini udah gemeter, udah di kursi roda dan dia pegang tangan Stuart dan dia ngomong ke saudaranya, orang ini yang menyelamatkan hidup saya. Wow. Saya sini rasanya gimana gitu ya. Dia udah gemeter gitu dan orang yang menyelamatkan saya karena dia jual asuransi. Dan 7 hari sesudah anaknya itu menikah, nenek itu meninggal. Wow. Amazing. Ayo kita bangkit berdiri, kita kasih tepuk tangan bersama semua ya. Thank you very much Stuart for sharing.
See you again.
Okay, see you. Bye-bye.
Very inspired, very touchy. Yes. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, so much. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.